They say that the road to hell is paved with good intentions. If having the weight of the IRS on your back is your idea of a hellish experience, then the trust fund recovery penalty is Dante's Inferno. Failing to pay over the employment taxes that you withheld from your employees is the fast lane, super highway that'll get you there real quick. The TFRP can not only spell disaster for your business, but for your owners, your managers, bookkeepers, and even employees can get caught up in this web too. In this video, I'm going to explain what the TFRP is and review some of your options to deal with it. What is the trust fund recovery penalty? That's the topic of today's video on the other side of the break.
1-877 Levy King, L-E-V-Y Levy King, 1-877 Levy King, LevyKing.com.
Owe back taxes to the IRS? Call the Levy King. He's the best. 877 Levy King, LevyKing.com.
What's up, guys? Corey Hankerson here from Legacy Tax, and they call me the Levy King because I've helped thousands of clients with unfiled returns, back taxes, tax liens, and that's right, IRS levies. If the IRS took your check, the Levy King will get it back. 1-877 Levy King, LevyKing.com. I'm also the author of End the Tax Nightmare, Insider Secrets to Beat the IRS and Reduce Your Tax Debt. Inside the book, I'll show you how to stop IRS levies, liens, and garnishments without paying the tax in full, how to set up a payment plan that you want, not the one that they want, and how to potentially settle your tax debt for less than you actually owe. My book has been a top seller on Amazon for years, and you can buy it right now for $19.99. But I want to give you a copy of the book absolutely free. Just go over to my website, www.endthetaxnightmare.com, and enter your name and email, and I'll send you a copy right away. No charge, not even for shipping. Totally free. Before we go any further with the video, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel and don't forget to smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm and hit the notification bell so you'll get a heads up each time we drop a new video. Okay, guys, let's dive into today's content. So you're running a small business and there's a million things to be done and not always enough resources to do them all. Sometimes money is tight and you have to make choices of which bills to pay and which ones to float until next month. Maybe you'll push the utility bills until next month. Maybe you can get a grace period on some of your bank loans. But your employees, oh, they got to be paid or they'll quit and there goes the business. So you come up with enough money to pay the payroll on time, but not enough money to pay the withholding taxes. You know it's wrong, but nobody's looking and no one will find out because you'll put the money back next month, right? You will, won't you? Right. The problem is that next month never seems to come because next pay period you have the same payroll taxes from the current period and also from the previous period. Eventually the IRS catches on and assigns a revenue officer. Her job is to come after you. Dealing with the RO isn't terrible at first. You see, they put you on a payment plan to repay the taxes plus the penalties and some interest, but old habits die hard. And the business's financial situation hasn't really changed all that much. It's only been a couple of months. Eventually, you miss an installment agreement payment, and here comes the pain. Because you see, at this point, the IRS could literally shut down your business. I mean, they could actually walk up, place a padlock on the front door, and sell all of your assets at auction. Instead, they hit you with the trust fund recovery penalty. And when I say you, I mean you personally, but more on that in just a minute. What is the TFRP? In order to understand why this is such bad news, you first need to understand what the trust fund recovery penalty actually is. When you have employees, you are required to withhold certain taxes from their paycheck. You have to withhold federal income tax, Social Security, and Medicare taxes, and federal employment taxes. These are called trust fund taxes because you as the employer actually hold them in trust until they're paid over to the government. If you don't make the deposits, the IRS can assess a penalty against you that is equal to 100% of the amount that you required to pay but didn't pay. So here's an example. Let's say your total payroll this period is equal to $10,000. You withheld $1,000 from income tax, $620 for Social Security, and $140.50 for Medicare. You were supposed to send that money to the IRS, but you never did. You owe the $1,760.50 that you withheld but didn't pay, plus an additional $1,760.50, which is the trust fund recovery penalty. That is just for one pay cycle. By the time the IRS notices what's going on, you've likely been doing this for several months, if not years. Balances in TFRP cases can easily run hundreds of thousands of dollars when stretched across multiple years or months, which they often are. The IRS has said that collecting trust fund taxes are the service's top priority. That's their number one goal, and they've devoted significant resources and manpower into going after TFRP cases. One of the reasons for this is that Social Security payments for disability and also retirement, those payments are funded from employment taxes. When you withhold taxes from your employees but don't pay them to the IRS, your employees will not be eligible to receive Social Security benefits or disability benefits or retirement benefits, even though they actually paid for those by way of having it deducted from their paychecks. You effectively stole their money, and the IRS will pursue you personally for that debt. Entrepreneurs often think that establishing their business as a corporation will insulate them from all personal liability. This is sometimes true, but in cases of employment taxes and the TFRP, the IRS can reach right through the corporation and assess the liability against the owner personally. This means that they can attach a tax lien against your business assets as well as your personal assets like your home, your retirement plan, or your personal bank account. Section 6672 of the Internal Revenue Code says that, in general, a person required to collect, truthfully account for, and pay over any tax imposed by this title who willfully fails to collect such tax or truthfully account for and pay over such tax or willfully attempts in any manner to evade or defeat such tax for or the payment thereof shall, in addition to other penalties provided by law, be liable to a penalty equal to the amount of the tax evaded or not collected or not accounted for or paid over. This, guys, means that the IRS determines, if the IRS determines that you are what is called a responsible person and your failure to pay over the tax was a willful act, they can hit you with the TFRP and collect against your personal assets in addition to collecting against the business. In my next video, I'm going to explain who is a responsible person and what it means to willfully fail to pay over the employment taxes. After that, I'll explain what to do to solve a TFRP case. But in today's video, I just want you to understand that trust fund recovery penalty cases are civil penalties equal to 100% of the trust fund taxes that you collected from your employees but didn't pay over to the IRS. The IRS has announced that collection of these types of cases is its top priority, and the TFRP can lead to some huge penalties and tax debts. Speaking of tax debt, I want you to know that there are special programs in place to help you get a fresh start. But how do you know if you qualify? You see, no two cases are exactly alike. So how do you know exactly how much you can settle for? Well, I've created a free tool to help you get qualified for a fresh start. Just head over to www.levyking.com or click the link below, follow the prompts and answer a few simple questions, and we'll help you figure out your eligibility. That website again is www.levyking.com, or you can give us a call at 1-877-LEVY-KING. That number again is 1-877-LEVY-KING. That's it for this week, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.